I just bought this, so this leads to another very exciting Ken's Garage review. I bought this pressure washer about 30 years ago, and after a couple of years it never really worked right. You had to undo half of the nozzle, squeeze the trigger, and then it would work after you screw the thing back on. But that's not the reason I bought the new pressure washer. Many months ago we decided to have solar put on our roof. They were going to put some solar panels over there, some solar panels over here. These are south-facing roofs, which get the best exposure for solar production. There's also a few that go on the back side of this roof, which are west-facing, which work almost as well. Here's the west-facing roof. What does any of that roof business and solar business have to do with a pressure washer? Well, when the solar guys came to install the solar the first time around, they took some of the tiles off where they were going to put the solar panels on the south-facing roof over there, the bigger section. And they said that the underlayment was screwed up, and they refused to install the solar. So in order for me to proceed, I had to get the roof torn up and have the underlayment repaired. Or what they did was they pulled it up and they put 2 new layers of tar paper, whatever, felt paper underlayment in there and redid all the tiles, put them back up. It was quite expensive, and these guys did a fantastic job. They really, really worked hard. I was very impressed. Part of their quote was to pressure wash the whole roof, clean it all up, which they did, and it looks really, really nice. They also put new gaskets on these jacks and flattened them out. They were screwed up. Everywhere that they found a broken tile, they replaced it. They put sealant on all the whatever joint things up there for the roof tiles. They just did a really, really good job. But this north-facing roof here on the garage door side of the garage never really sees sun, and it had a huge buildup of stuff, mold, whatever, moss, all kinds of dirt and debris, and they just washed it down. It went into the gutter and into the downspouts and into the yard storm drain system. They finished all the pressure washing and whatnot while we were away on a vacation, and we came home and there was a horrible, horrible stench, and I pulled that grate up and looked down in there, and oh my gosh, there's bugs. I think it's going to be the start of the Livermore Nile virus, because there's bugs in there that look like mosquitoes. So I actually vacuumed the goo out of there with a shop vac and then flushed it with a hose, but it's not enough. Here's another one that I cleaned out a little bit, and you can see bugs flying around in there too. This is on the side yard. We got quotes from the professionals with the truck mounted drain cleaners, and it was anywhere from $1,200 and up, quite a bit up, to come out and clean our storm drain systems out. Very expensive. So, being the glutton for punishment that I am, I'm going to do it myself. I've already cleaned the gutters. I cleaned the gutters with a wand that has a bendy thing on the end of it that hooks up to the hose, and I could push everything out of the gutters into the gutter drains. So that's done. The gutters are all nice and spick and span clean, but now next step. This is kind of interesting. The box is all oil stained here, and there's actually oil down here on both sides. There's all the pieces and parts to the pressure washer, but Amazon hopefully is going to save me. This is a 100-foot sewer jetter kit. Made in China, if you can believe that. What a surprise. It comes with some nozzles, and this is going to go down those storm drains and clean clean them out and flush it out into the gutter, into my neighbor's yard. The sewer jetter kit came with that assortment of parts, but the critical thing is this guy. It's supposed to connect to there, which will connect to the hose, which will go 100 feet down my storm drains. I wonder what the push pins are for. And since I know that 100-foot hose is going to be near impossible to handle, I bought this that I'm hoping I can wind it up onto when I'm done. You think it'll work? Here we are, a little while later. Guess I need to turn the water on without turning that on yet. The idea here is to bleed all the air out of the line so you don't burn the pump out when you turn it on. There's no spray nozzle on the end. Plug it in, and we have a green light here. Turn it on. Seems to be working. And with one of the nozzles. Oh, nice. There's a black spot down there. It's gone. Okay, I'm done with it. The pressure hose hanger kind of sucks. It needs to be a little longer. Come on guys, a little tiny bit more plastic to hold this in so it doesn't bounce off. The power cord hanger is a piece of Velcro strap, which I guess works, but it's kind of sucky. This holder works pretty good. Seems to be holding the handle in there okay. Let's see if it works. That's the orange. I think it's a 15-degree nozzle. I'm not sure. I don't know, it's leaving stripes. It is not very powerful. I'm going to change the nozzle to the turbo nozzle. This. See the stripes? There's a little closer up view. Remember, this is not why I bought this thing. Let's see what happens. Dinner time. Yeah, that turbo nozzle worked quite well. Look at that. Took all the striping off from over here. Nice. I unwound the sewer jet hose, whatever it's called, by putting it on here, and my wife unraveled it while I pulled 100 feet of line out that way. This end will connect to the pressure washer wand. Shows this tip first. It has one forward-facing nozzle and 3 rear-facing. This end of the hose is now hooked up to the pressure washer wand, and I'm going to see what happens over there when I turn it on. Here we go, here's a test run. I don't hear the pressure washer turning on. Did you turn it off? I did. Here's my little test run. Is that enough to propel it through the drain pipe? I hope so. First test run. I'm going to see if I can do this myself.
I don't see any water coming over here.
It takes a while. Alright, my wife's doing the other end. I know what's going to happen. It's going to get me. It tried. So it made it through to there. Now I can start feeding it through this one right down here. Got a pretty nice sunset tonight, kind of pastel-y like. So we just shoved the whole thing, minus what's above ground here, down that drain right there. It goes this way. It went through that one. I saw the hose go through there. And let's see if we see it. There's no hose there, but it's draining. I open this up and we have the Livermore Nile virus going on here. Mosquitoes or something. So we're going to, right away, before we run out of light, go to that drain, which comes over here, and then do that one. There we go. Turn it on. Phew.
What was that?
It's just an air pocket. I do smell it.
Really?
Yep. Uh-oh. That's
Did it
it.
stop?
Come on. Go more. Ah.
Shoot. Might have to go through the other side.
Yeah. Alright, it stopped. Alright, we pretty much had the full length of this hose going down this stupid thing. Now, it did get all the way out to the street. Now I'm just flushing it out. Try to get the brown stench water out of here. That brown stench water is still coming out. Looks kind of brown. I think tomorrow I'm going to go up from the street here with that spinning head on that hose, and hopefully that'll help flush it out a little more. Back at it Friday morning. It's a little after 7 a.m. Infestation is doing here. I don't see any bugs. I see more poo-like sludge down there. I'm going to start in this corner, since this is one of the roof gutter downspout drains, and it potentially could have a lot of stuff in it. I got about 20 feet of the sewer jet hose to go down this thing. Now I'm just flushing it with the regular hose. This is some stinky shit. Smells like an outhouse. I used my shop vac to clean this thing out the first time. Let's see what comes out. Oh, it's not much. It looks bad, but I thought it was really thick goo. It's not. Now I'm just touching up some of these drains way out here in the yard. The hose stopped, but you can hear it doing something over here, can't you? This is the first drain that I haven't been able to get this thing to go. I have a feeling it goes down here and takes a sharp bend. I want it to go that way. I think I'm just going to shove the garden hose in here and flush it out as best I can. For my next trick, I took this tip off, which had one forward-facing jet and 3 reverse or rear-facing. I'm going to put this tip on that has a rotating thing, nozzle, whatever, with 3 rear-facing jets. Let's see how it works. Cool. I just shoved this hose in here as far as I could without turning it on, because I'm going toward the house using that reverse one, because I want to pull the stuff back this way. Alright, I'm going to pull it backwards now. I don't think that did much. I didn't get much hose jammed in there, and I couldn't get it to go any further. Now I'm out in the front yard. I'm going to go back up that way with that reverse spinner deal. There's a big spider. Lots of brown goo. Look at that. I hit a hard stop. I have about, I don't know, 70 feet of hose jammed up there. Got a live snail, but that ends this portion of the yard. Now onto the front yard and the far side yard way over there. I'm finally back at this, trying to finish up this side of the yard. Check this out. Look at the bugs. And it looks like somebody took a poo in there. This is dish soap. Wow, look at them all. That's really not much. It looked worse than it is. I believe I got that one all the way through. I'm done with that mini project, which really wasn't a mini project, but I must say this Ryobi pressure washer worked without skipping a beat the whole time. I used it quite a bit using that sewer water jetter pipe hose thing. That cord reel actually worked really well, but it didn't hold the whole thing. It left about 20 feet of it out, so I'm going to try to find a slightly bigger one of those. Everything worked real well. By the way, my better half used this turbo nozzle. This one didn't do much at all, and I'll show you the results of what she did. This is before, and this is after. It worked quite well. She did the whole front porch and this walkway and that area over there. We're probably going to do a little bit more with it.